Macedonia in English. Just about everything you want to know.
Macedonia and Greece seriously ready to solve name issue, says Iolevski. According to Macedonia's representative in the name talks, Zoran Iolevski, Macedonia and Greece are seriously ready to find a solution to the name dispute. After the meeting, it is safe to conclude that both Macedonia and Greece are ready to seriously find a solution and put this problem away, Iolevski wrote on his Twitter profile. Career diplomat Risto Nikovski claims that the current period of the talks and the dynamics benefit Macedonia. It's good that Macedonia's constructiveness is valorized in this process, especially before the new EC report, Nikovski points out. However, he says he expects no new offers from mediator Nimitz. Former Greek Foreign Minister Bakoyani accuses Macedonia of lack of political will. Macedonian government lacks the will to solve the name dispute, former Greek Foreign Minister Dora Bakoyani accused during her visit to Bulgaria. She received the honoris causa degree at the Polytechnic University in Pernik, whence she voiced Greece's wish for constructive dialogue with the northern neighbor or overcoming the spot. The problem is that at present there is no display of political will from the Fyrom government. Therefore, we will wait to see whether the expressed wish of the country to become EU member and to endorse European values is in fact one of its goals, stated Bakoyani. Greek media on latest round of name talks. Most Greek media use the information from their state news agencies in their reports on mediator Matthew Nimitz's meeting with negotiators Zoran Iolevski and Adamantios Vasilakis. The agency highlights Nimitz's commitment that there was nothing concrete, that difficult issues and the substance of the problem were discussed, and that the international interest of the UN, US, and EU has increased. Diplomatic sources considered that Nimitz presented no new elements and his positions were within the already known frameworks. According to the newspaper Ethnos, the decision to hold new meetings in March is related to schedule of Commissioner Fule, whom the newspaper described as friend of the Skopjans. Ramush Haradinaj declared honorary citizen of Tetovo. The Macedonian councillors boycotted Thursday's session of the Tetovo Municipal Council, where it was decided that Ramush Haradinaj be declared an honorary citizen. The 9 councillors from VMRO DPMNE, SDSM, VMRO People's Party, and NSDP explained that the rules of procedure concerning the council's work were not respected. They also said there had been no coordination and consultations between the ethnic communities. Declaring Ramush Haradinaj an honorary citizen of Tetovo one day before the session is held, without a previous broader and more serious debate, is to say the least an unserious and degrading move. We think such an action aims at winning over voters in a pre-election period, and we therefore decisively refuse to be a part of such a scenario, Miroslav Kochovsky said on behalf of the 9 councillors. Arben Labenishta resigns as MP. Duist Arben Labenishta has resigned as an MP. Labenishta, the party's mayoral candidate for Struga, said he resigned because he should completely focus on what he was entrusted with and to avoid holding 2 posts. He thanked those who voted for him in the 5th constituency, saying he hoped he had met their expectations. Interior Minister answers questions from DPA MP. Answering a question from DPA's Bekim Fazliu at the session for parliamentary questions, Interior Minister Gordana Jankulovska warned that Operation Monster should not be used in a political context or abused for daily political purposes because it has entered a very sensitive stage. I will not publicly discuss the evidence because only the court has the right to evaluate it. Observing the dynamics of the developments in the case, the court will publicly present its own stand on the charges within a reasonable deadline, the minister added. She underlined that the opposition MPs should be powerful and patient enough to wait for the court's ruling before making claims and commitments, as well as drawing any conclusions. The DAPA MPs also asked questions about the local elections and asked why a verdict still hasn't been reached on the cases concerning involvement of MPs in election incidents several years ago. Citizens hold parliament outside Parliament's building. Around 1,000 citizens attended the Citizens' Parliament in front of the Parliament's building during the question time in Parliament. Citizens who attended the parallel assembly said that the MPs staged yet another theatre play in Parliament with questions that were drafted beforehand. Political analyst Dane Taleski addressed the citizens and said that there was no polls in the world that could improve the government's rating. Polls should contain precise and correct questions rather than manipulative and persuasive ones. If you ask someone whether they did that on purpose, of course they'd answer no. No one can forget what happened on the 24th of December. Trajko Veljanovski violated the parliament's order, which has never been the case beforehand. He destroyed democracy. I want him to say publicly who ordered him to do that, said Taleski. Seasonal flu tightens. Additional 1,700 citizens have been infected by the seasonal flu, mainly from the subtype H1N1, the health ministry informs. According to the ministry, the number is twice higher compared to the previous week, and it is also higher than the same period of last year. Of the total number, the biggest number of cases have been registered in Skopje, with nearly 700 persons, Tetovo with 600, followed by Strumica and Kumanovo. Regarding the patient's age, majority, i.e. 60%, are between 15 and 64 years of age. Comparatively, most affected are children under 4 years of age, where the ratio is 24 children per 100,000.
Macedonia in English. Just about everything you want to know.